Hi there, I am Svila the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and mash that subscribe button and ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos are dropping. I'll be doing 2 videos tomorrow. I'm seeing Avengers Endgame tonight, and I will do a spoiler-free review and a spoiler-filled review, and they'll both be coming tomorrow. So again, like, share, subscribe, ring that bell, and you'll know about it as they happen. So, I've been YouTubing for 3 whole days now. It's Passover vacation. I am the Rabbi from another planet. But it's Passover vacation and I'm off work. So I thought, I'll give this YouTubing thing a go. And it's a great hobby. I really recommend it. I got to thank Gary Bugler from if I pronounce your name wrong, I apologize, from the Nerdrotic channel. I'm going to put a link into the video description so you can go and check out his stuff. And he always encourages his viewers, which I'm one of, to go and give it a try. And if you're passionate about something, it's a great hobby. I really, really recommend it. Go start your channel. It's really, really easy. And since I started doing this, I come across something that's really, I found a little bit disturbing, and I'd say more than disturbing. I'll say it's tragic. So, now, I love all this stuff. I genuinely do. I love Doctor Who. I love Star Trek. I love Star Wars. And I always have. I can't remember them not being in my life. I'm a passionate fan, and passionate fan debate and disagreement is part of the wonderful experience that is fandom. At least it always has been. But I think we're in danger of losing that. And that is the thing I think is tragic. If anybody's ever been to a 12-step program or tried any form of self-betterment, they know the first step in dealing with anything is admitting there's a problem. And I think that first step is where we're stuck as a community. There's a large section of fandom that can't even countenance the idea. There's another large section of fandom that is very unhappy with the current iterations of our beloved franchises, and they get angry, and when you voice your opinion, and in general they don't even want to admit that this area of fandom exists, that is dissatisfied. So, and I just find that weird. I think it's strange. If you like Brie Larson, that's great. I'm happy for you, but there are just a lot of people who find it disgustingly obnoxious, myself included. Yet there is a lot of hate out there for Larson, but I think that's because she's giving the impression to lots of people that she's a really hateful person. Again, that I don't know if she is. I've never met her, but that's the impression that she gives to us, to some people. Every day there's like a new video from the Endgame press junket where she's doing like more and more inhumanly awful stuff. It's just she's not. I don't find her charming, and the people who are liking these videos, or the people who make other videos that I watch, equally don't like it. And these videos are getting, I think, quite a significant audience. But I said, if you like it, that's great. But it's not like you're right and I'm wrong, or I'm right and you're wrong. These are differences of opinion, and that should really be okay. But it's not okay. There's this weird Stalin-esque KGB style of rewriting reality in line with an ideological party line. I was just reading the new issue of SFX. I got it this morning. And I was on the letters page, and there was letter after letter after letter saying how great Captain Marvel and Brie Larson was. Now, I don't believe that's a genuine reflection of the state of fandom. Again, there has been so many YouTube channels that have grown massively in the last 6 months, and I think that's the only place giving voice to these non-party lines. We're talking like tens and tens of thousands of subscribers and millions of views on these videos. There must be an audience for it. I can't square that with the party line that the people who feel like me are just a tiny handful of angry, sexist, racist trolls. I don't believe I'm any of those things. Maybe I am, but I don't think I am. Yeah, I even think the majority of Doctor Who fans were disappointed with season 11. Even the people who liked it they when I get talking to them, they always agree with me on my criticism. They think the writing was weak. They think, it was the villains were two-dimensional. Yeah, and while we're talking about Doctor Who, what the hell? What did you do? I mean, what? Look, okay, I'm going to tell you my journey with season 11. When Jodie Whittaker was announced, I was initially nervous. There was a voice in my head that said, "Is this PC nonsense gone mad?" But then there was another voice in my head that said, "No, look up. Chris Chibnall is a professional. He's at the top of his game. Jodie Whittaker is a professional at the top of the game. Of course, it's not going to be this cloying, politically correct nonsense." And when the logo was revealed, I got over my initial prejudice. I'll be open. I think it was my initial prejudice against it. I got over that in about 10 seconds. When the logo was released, I'm talking about that video where they have the TARDIS flying through, and if you buy any of the Blu-rays of the classic series, they always put that that ad right at the front, and it's fantastic. I'm a graphic designer, so I know a little bit about the language of type and lettering, and it was just glorious. The logo was new and it was exciting. It was dangerous and it was feminine as well. And that was a promise of something I was really looking forward to. I was looking forward to like there being a new take on a beloved classic. I was really into it, and then you just delivered this drivel. Oh my god, this two-dimensional drivel with simplistic moralizing. And like you were saying something, and the tragedy is you weren't saying anything. All this stuff that you think matters so much doesn't matter to anybody normal. Nobody cares if you're a man or a woman. Nobody cares who you want to sleep with or what your skin color is. Nobody cares about this stuff, and nobody's cared about it for decades. Now look, I'm an old fart. I am an old, and I remember when these things did matter. I remember when women were discouraged and disadvantaged in the workplace. I remember when your skin color did define your opportunities. But that was all, when I was a teenager in the 80s, and even then it started to become morally repugnant. That's just not the world we live in right now. I put out a video yesterday about how to fix Star Trek. And I wasn't even suggesting getting rid of Discovery or changing course with it, because I recognize that it does have strong fan support. I too, I really liked it for the first 10 episodes. I thought the first 10 episodes were really, really innovative and interesting. And the video was really just suggesting cheap ways of adding alternative programming for fans like me that Discovery just isn't resonating with me at all for many reasons. But it was offensive. Like fandom, there was that element of fandom that doesn't want to admit we exist. They find that offensive. They find that too triggering. And yet, look, okay, we're talking about Discovery. It looks fantastic, but there are real, objective, legitimate problems with it. I think that we can agree on, and even if you don't agree, that's fine. We don't have to agree. Well, we can have that conversation. I mean, look, it doesn't really bother me that it is violating canon. I'm not a canon fundamentalist. I even like the Klingon redesign. To me, they look like Klingons, and Klingons have been redesigned before, so it was okay, and it looked actually innovative. I was kind of excited about it. But my problem with Discovery is when it started violating its own internal continuity. Like if you're from the mirror universe, then you can't see properly in our universe, but then you can, and then there's this AI that's not sentient, but it's sentient enough to know it wants to be sentient. It's trying to get some data from that's stored on a computer that can't be destroyed. It's impervious to phasers or explosives. There's too many internal problems with logic problems with it, and then that's a legitimate real problem. But I think the real core problem, with all these franchises is I think it's reacting strongly to an oppression that I genuinely don't think exists. Like, ladies, out there, if a guy's been creepy to you and come on to you or touched you or assaulted you, that's terrible. I would. That's a terrible and disgusting thing. And I think the reason men have done that is because they're a creepy, horrible person. They're creepy and horrible to everyone. They're not just creepy and horrible to women. The difference is they want to sleep with you, generally speaking. Whereas me, they just want to kill. It's all about control. And when people feel like a lack of control, that's the root of any bullying, oppressive behavior. I think that's one of the roots of it anyway. It's not about a mythical male patriarchy that seeks to keep women oppressed and controlled. That's just not happening. And, I'll say, look, just run with the possibility. That's the possibility. Even if you disagree with me, okay? Especially if you disagree with me. I want you to pretend that my worldview is the way things are, okay? Just pretend. I'm not asking you to agree with me. Just pretend. Because in that world, that makes Discovery look kind of ridiculous. That makes Discovery look like it's from some dark, nightmarish alternate timeline where women's freedoms have been removed and they're press ganged into service into Starfleet vessels. That's the only way to account for like this, 75-80% female crew complements. It just looks silly. What happens if a woman in Star Trek Discovery world wants to have a family? Like, no, you got to be science officer. But I want to have a baby. No, you're not allowed. You've got to be science officer. You sexist scum. It's like the data is pretty incontrovertible. The more you give people choice, the less women go into STEM subjects. And that's not to say women can't go into the fields. Of course they can, and no one in their right mind would oppose them. Like my niece is a freaking robot AI scientist or something. I don't even understand. She's way cleverer. She's doing something so clever. I don't even understand what she's doing. I just know it's pretty darn cool. And I'm so proud of her. I'm like, but I'm not proud of her because she's a woman. That's how degrading. And I'm too proud of her because she's an incredibly accomplished human being doing really well. I think she just reinvented batteries or something crazy like that. But if you love Discovery, that's fine. I just don't understand. If you love season 11 of Doctor Who, that's fine. I just don't understand. And I'm actually jealous of you if you liked it. If you find Brie Larson charming, that's really fine. But I really don't understand. And I want to have the conversation with you about it. Because I don't understand and I would like to. The truth is, we have so much common ground. I imagine you too love Star Trek. You too love Star Wars. You too love Doctor Who. I imagine you love all this stuff. And we should be able to disagree and we should be able to debate. And that debate is glorious and nothing to be afraid of. So, because I haven't been able to, because there is such a resistance to debating or talking about, having this conversation, I don't understand where you're coming from. And uncharitably, I think it might be because you're scared. I think 99% of the time people act strangely is because they're scared. And I don't know what you're scared of, because there's nothing to be scared of. The only thing I can think of is if you really don't like these things. You don't love Doctor Who. You don't love Star Trek. And you just really enjoying what you think is some form of social victory. In that case, that's just not nice. Let us pathetic, nerdy geeks play with our toys in peace. That's all I'm saying. But if you really do genuinely love these things, and you love season 11 Doctor Who, you love Discovery, let's talk about it, because I want to understand you. I want to understand your point of view, and I think if we understand each other, the world is just a better place. I think that it makes the world better. So, I've said this before, I'll say it again. What do you think? Let me know what you think. I'm fascinated to know. And please like, share, subscribe. Please subscribe. I've got 3 subscribers. Ridiculous. Just like, share, subscribe. I would like to get this out there and let me know your feedback. My name is Svi Lebetkin. I am the rabbi from another planet.